It's always fun to see stuff that's still brand new over in Japan. Sometimes you'll happen to stumble across some gem that nobody's hyped the living breath out of yet. Occasionally, you'll find something that's so bad that it will never get picked up in another country. It's possibly so bad that some shows won't even have media attention. But the most typical stuff is just sort of okay. A lot of it gets to the West, some doesn't, but the majority of what's produced isn't original or fresh, just merely baseline entertainment. That's what I found Happy World, a 3-episode OVA series released in early and mid 2003. It has elements of Oh My Goddess and Tenchi Muyo, and it never transcends these boundaries that the two previous flag bearers set. Yet from the opening notes of the goofy, the credit roll, we're into the throes of simple amusement and the basics done well. Takeshi is one of the most unfortunate individuals on the planet. Unlike many of his animated brethren who have brought disaster upon themselves, Takeshi was past a curse from his long absent and long neglectful wretch of a father. His attitudes reflects that what a young life of misery and explanation can bring, at least until the fateful day that he's assigned L. She's an angel that's supposed to watch out for Takeshi and keep him as much as the evil junk allocated to him by the curse from hurting him. She's not particularly great at her job. After showing herself to Takeshi, she disses her own performance. In an attempt to leave him protected, Elle takes on human form due to the situation, though, that leaves her naked in public. Obviously, stuff goes on. Elle winds up living with Takeshi at his aunt's place, taking on the role of his long-lost half-sister and attending school with him. Although he's annoyed by the imposition, eventually he grows to have a grudging respect for the angel that has changed his life. Happy World employs many techniques seen in a lot of newer anime, which means the animation isn't particularly great. Everything just looks so bright and colorful that you really don't notice the animation really too often. The character designs tend to be very cute, full of expressive eyes, and the project technically feels right on most fronts. This includes the soundtrack, which again edges between the line of cute and annoying, but ends up on the right side of the tracks. What you think of Happy World very much depends on your desire for originality. Unfortunately, Happy World has little of it. In fact, the only way that the Happy World stretches the unexpected girlfriend from the sky genre is that Ellie and Takeshi don't actually have a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But all the elements are present. Girl fall from the sky? Check. In doing so, accidentally puts male in the value of said companion? Check. After the first episode, I was expecting Belle Dandy to show up and show this angel how a magical girl should handle things. And just because her character is called an angel doesn't mean she quite acts like the Judeo-Christian concept of one. After all, I don't think real angels would pull up spell hexes to do their miracles. As the show progressed, though, I did decide that Happy World wasn't a complete loss. Why? It's in the small things that the show gets right. Elle is a protector, and yet she can't write Japanese characters and has absolutely no clue how to run in a human body. She has an element of vulnerability that puts the audience clearly on her side. And through the stories in the 3 episodes that have been done countless times, Elle Sweetness wins us over so that we're willing to watch Zed Thing one more time. I can't place my finger on it other than to say that it's comfort food in animated form. Not great and not very filling, but still pleasing on a very basic level. One thing that should note is that I'm not certain of the target audience. Considering the nudity throughout the show, as well as Takeshi's amorously lecherous cousin, you'd think it was meant for guys. But taking a closer look and realizing that all this nudity is as all artistically undetailed, I'm of the opinion that this is really a girl's title. Perhaps it's this angle that also makes the typical genre convention just enough to be satisfying. Happy World certainly won't change the anime world, but it again is an uncomplicated, undemanding diversion. I might have reservation about the same old territory being covered again, but L could be my angel this time. Happy World was B. This is Sanic-Kun signing out.